Hello everybody, today we're going to use some green chip beads for our project. I'm going to be doing a little tree of life using 18 gauge silver wire. Now I don't recommend using anything above a 16 gauge just because for the base it's more sturdy. The 18 gauge is a little flimsy, it'll move around more when attaching the limbs and roots. The first thing we're going to do is make our loop, and for a pendant you can determine the size you want to make it. You can use a pill bottle, mandrel, or anything round that's got a circular shape. I'm just freehanding this right now, so it might not turn out as well as using something to keep the form. So I've turned my loop and wrapped, done a wrap around the top. It's a basic beginner style. I'm a beginner at all this. I'm just doing these videos off of the first couple of times of actually making these things. So we'll see how this goes. And all this stuff all the videos that I'm showing you are all beginners. I'm a beginner, so don't critique me too much. I just wanted to show you what people can do off of just watching other people's websites. So we'll see how everything turns out. So my next step in this process is to take 24 gauge wire and do a few wraps around the top to secure it. I'm using approximately 3 feet of 24 gauge wire, and if you cut not enough you can always add more later. It's not a huge deal. You can't really make a mistake on that end. I'd rather cut a little more to have extra than too little to have an extra piece. That's all on experience.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
I then take my tangled mess of the wire and cut off strands approximately 5 inches long, I would say. Now I've done 2 separate pendants, and one was larger than the other, so I took about 9 pieces, 12 of them in half. So I've had 18 branches on one and 7 pieces on another, which gave me 14 branches. After you wrap your wire around 4 to 5 times, twist the 2 ends together at the base to create the root. Repeat the process until all your root wires are secure.
Sometimes you need to go, take a step back, the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me.
It's a good thing we have time-lapse and editing, or else this process, you guys would be sitting here for a long time on a live stream. At this point, after I have all the strings wrapped and twisted, I'll take small groups and twist those like 2 to 3 wires together to create larger roots to work yourself up to the base of the tree.
Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Then I take all the roots and give them a good twisting to create the trunk. Then I spread out individual pieces and twisted a few clumps together to create the branches of the trees. At this point, you can either have a sheer wire pendant, or you can add your beads, which I like to do. I like to work with beads a lot, so that's my choice. And on this project, I'll be using the green chip beads. I got these at Michael's craft store. And I strung on quite a few, actually about 8 beads, but you're going to have to base it on how long your wires are. So it could be less, could be more. Twist up the branches a little tighter. After you strung your bead up to the edge of the circle, you can wrap your wire 3 times, and I use the needle nose to do that because it could be a tight fit. 3 tight turns. Clip the end of the wire, the excess, and smash it down so it's no sharp points. As I came to the end of the project, I had a few extra pieces that I couldn't bead up. I just had too many beads on there. So what I did was took individual pieces that I had left, like 4 or 5, and I twisted them into a leaf little pattern. And after all that process was complete, I just tweaked here and there to even up the circle, twisted the roots a little, and this was the finished product. For a beginner, it wasn't too bad. I was pretty happy with what the outcome seemed to be like. And I'll show you my second tree that I completed. It's a little better than the first, I believe. They always say practice makes perfect, but in my case, practice just gets a little better. And if you notice on the second one, the red one, I didn't do a wire wrap all the way around. I just did the circle without the full wire wrap. Thank you for watching, and on the next video we'll probably do some bracelets. This one is a memory bracelet, so we'll go through some of those. Thank you, I love you all, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, be safe, and if you happen to be an activist, record the police.